Welcome to Quality Stream North Minute QI series, where we break down quality improvement concepts into bite-sized pieces. I am Dr. Chui, and this is my digital avatar. Today we're going to talk about continuous data, run charts, and how to interpret them. Whether you're new to quality improvement or just looking for a refresher, you're in the right place. Let's begin with continuous data. This refers to data that we collect consistently over time, like every day, every week, or every month. It might be something like patient wait times, infection rates, or medication errors. This kind of data is incredibly valuable because it gives us a real-time view of how our processes are performing. Instead of waiting for a problem to become obvious, we can spot changes early, respond quickly, and track the impact of any improvements we introduce. For instance, if we implement a new scheduling system in a clinic, continuous data can help us see whether wait times are going down, staying the same, or increasing. It turns vague observations into measurable trends. Now, once we have that data, we need a way to make sense of it. That's where run charts come in. A run chart is simply a graph that shows data points over time. On the horizontal axis, we plot time, day by day or week by week. On the vertical axis, we show the value we're measuring, like average wait time or the number of errors. As we plot the data point by point, we start to see patterns emerge. This helps us understand if the process is stable, improving, or possibly facing new issues. Unlike a single data point or a monthly report, a run chart allows us to visualize how things are changing, and more importantly, why. But just seeing the data isn't enough. To make sense of what it's telling us, we use a few simple interpretation rules. These rules help us figure out whether a change in the chart is random or if it's a meaningful signal that something in the process has changed. The first rule is about shifts. A shift happens when we see 6 or more points in a row on the same side of the median line, either all above it or all below. This isn't likely to happen by chance. So if we've made a change to a process and we suddenly see a shift below the median, say for wait times, it probably means the change is having a positive impact. The second rule we look for is trends. A trend is when 5 or more points move steadily in the same direction, either increasing or decreasing. If you see 5 or more points going down in a row, that's a strong sign of improvement. If they're going up, it might be a warning that something is starting to go wrong. Trends help us understand whether a process is consistently getting better or worse over time. Next, we look at runs. A run is a sequence of points on one side of the median. While a shift is 6 or more, runs can be shorter, but the number of runs on a chart should fall within a certain expected range. If we see too many runs or too few, it tells us that the data isn't behaving randomly. Something is influencing the system, and we need to find out what that is. Finally, we keep an eye out for astronomical points, also known as outliers. These are data points that are clearly different from all the others. Imagine a day where wait times suddenly double or drop to nearly zero. These outliers often represent unusual events, like a surge in patient volume or a system failure. While they don't reflect normal performance, they're important because they point to specific incidents that might need investigation or follow-up. Together, these 4 interpretation rules, shifts, trends, runs, and outliers, help us make sense of what our data is actually saying. They turn a simple line on a graph into a source of valuable insight. And that's the power of combining continuous data with run charts. They help us move from guessing to knowing, from reacting to responding. In quality improvement, that's everything. Because when we make decisions based on real, timely data, we're not just improving processes, we're improving care. We're creating better experiences for patients, better working environments for staff, and more reliable outcomes for everyone involved. So whether you're on the front lines or part of a leadership team, learning how to understand and use run charts is a small step with a big payoff. Thank you for joining us on Quality Stream North Minute QI. Stay tuned for more insights on enhancing healthcare quality.